Turning now to NBC5 Investigates with an update on our series Lessons in Betrayal. It details allegations by former students at Chicago public schools who say they were groomed into sexual relationships with various teachers at Little Village Lawndale High School.
And just last week, we learned the district's inspector general substantiated allegations of misconduct against 2 teachers that were referenced in our reporting in this series. And what we don't know is how they reached that conclusion. Chicago Public Schools has so far repeatedly delayed providing a copy of its report. Investigative reporter Bennett Haberly joining us now with his efforts to uncover those records. Bennett.
Yeah, very important for everyone to understand the timeline that's involved here. It took Chicago Public Schools Inspector General nearly 3 years to complete this investigation. That final report was turned over to the board and to the CPS Law Department back on June 30th. That's the same day we filed a public records request asking for a copy. CPS, since that time, has asked for 3 extensions. The first on July 1st, then again on July 16th, and again today, meaning they're asking for a total of 6 weeks to provide a copy of a report that was completed a month ago.
As we first reported last week, what we do know based on letters former students received is that the Inspector General substantiated allegations of misconduct against 2 former educators at Little Village Lawndale High School, Dennis Cass and Charles Smith. Smith's attorney told us last week she was unaware of the findings until we informed her. She also said there was a rush by CPS to find everyone involved guilty of misconduct and wash their hands of the bad press, end quote. She went on to say that Smith maintains he never acted inappropriately with any student. As we reported back in late May, we interviewed several former students who say they felt they were groomed into sex with various educators. And in most cases, they say the sex happened after they turned 18 or in the days, weeks, or months after graduation. In their conversations with us, they were upset that it took the Inspector General's office nearly 3 years to complete their investigation into their allegations.
Okay, Bennett, so what could this report tell us? And what is the explanation from Chicago Public Schools tonight on why we don't have it?
Well, first things first, with the report itself, it's been described to us as extensive. It will likely detail not only the allegations involving the teachers we referenced, but also the Inspector General's findings. It could also potentially mention others, other witnesses, others involved, and explain why they made their findings, why they substantiated some of the allegations that they did. As for why we don't have a copy of this, there isn't really a good answer for you. We have reached out repeatedly to CPS today to sort of understand why they need these 2 10-day extensions before providing us with a copy of this. Right now it looks like it could be mid-August before they provide a copy. We have noted our objections to them and said we don't think so. We think the public should have these answers now.
Well, one thing we know is that you won't give up, and we'll eventually be hearing exactly what that report has to say.
That is true, yes.
Right. Thanks for staying on it, Bennett.
Sure.